Now, ESPN 106.3 and News Channel 5 present Football Night in South Florida.
Welcome to Football Night in South Florida Overtime.
Welcome to Football Night in South Florida Overtime, everyone. I'm Paxton from ESPN 106.3.
And I'm Jason Pugh from ESPN 106.3. We've got you covered with all the action around high school football tonight from the Treasure Coast to Palm Beach County. We'll begin, Paxton, though, with our top showdown between two top 10 teams.
That's right. The Fighting Indians taking that 47-game regular season winning streak into Pahokee tonight. That's good for second longest all-time in the state of Florida. But the Blue Devils looking to play spoiler. Lots of talent tonight on display in the muck as the number 6 Pahokee Blue Devils welcome in top-ranked Vero Beach. We're scoreless midway through the first. That is until Jayez Tracy rolls out, fires a bomb downfield, and on the other end of it, Jatari Washington, nothing but green grass in front of him. And the Blue Devils, just like that, take a 6-0 lead. Now second quarter, Tracy and company looking to add to their lead. The ball batted at the line of scrimmage and tip drill. It's Corey Henry coming up with the heads-up play before being dragged down by the Blue Devils. Now later in the second, we're tied at 6 apiece until Brian Primus Winston breaks the plane. After the PAT, it's 13-6 Vero. Now the Fighting Indians, however, couldn't have had a worse start to the second half. They gave up a safety, a kick return TD, and a pick 6 on consecutive possessions. But Vero Beach overcomes it all to extend its winning streak to 48 games. The Fighting Indians survive at Pahokee 27-20, your final score. So let's take a look at the state's longest winning streaks over the years. Give Lakeland head coach Bill Castle a ton of credit. He's built a powerhouse over the years. Lakeland won 60 straight. That streak started in 1995. It ended in 2001. Vero with the second longest streak at 48. Then following the Fighting Indians, Union County and Hardy both won 46 in a row.
All right, Paxton, lots more to get to tonight on Football Night in South Florida Overtime, including a big-time rivalry game in Palm Beach Gardens. Palm Beach Gardens, the Gators, they were taking on the Dwyer Panthers, and for that we bring in Emily Fennell, who was at the game. Was this your first Palm Beach Gardens?
It definitely was, and
Okay.
it was an exciting game, let me tell you.
Well, I'm sorry that the Gators couldn't have been a little bit more competitive. I know they came out fired up, but Dwyer kind of really took it to them tonight, huh?
They were firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
It was incredible to watch.
Yep.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights, why don't we?
That's why we're here. Let's show some highlights.
How
Look
about
at
this guy right here, though?
Yeah, Nick O'Leary. Believe it or not, Emily, he was that same size in high school.
I really don't believe that.
He played with the Dolphins, now signed to the practice squad earlier this week, but how about the Panthers' defense?
Gosh, first play of the game, they came out, and look what happened.
That is Untavious Lane, too. He's an FAU commit. I really like that kid.
Lane Kiffin's got a good group coming up.
Yeah, he does. Gio Richardson, the quarterback for Dwyer, punching it in there as well. You talked about the offense and firing on all cylinders. This one, like we said, all Dwyer, though.
Yeah, this guy, number 2, he took the quarterback keeper right there and was able to get into the end zone.
Yeah, it's 21-0 at this point. Dwyer continuing to add on, and deja vu all over again for Palm Beach Gardens.
All over again.
Yeah, that's another pick 6 right there for that Dwyer defense. They were looking really good in this ball game. They would go on to beat Palm Beach Gardens. I know this is a rivalry. I don't want to talk too bad about the Gators because I like their program, but Dwyer won this one 42-7, and they improved, Emily, to 5-1 on the season. All right, let's go elsewhere now. Miles Levine walking with the captains for the coin flip. Remember, he suffered a brain injury for Spanish River in their kickoff classic. He's now back with the team out of the hospital, trying to give some inspiration there. Javen Hobbs scores on the 1-yard touchdown run. It is 6-0 Spanish River. And how about this? The defense. Benny Alfonso strips the ball away and
like
trying
candy
to make
from a baby.
Guys miss. You said candy from a, Lake Worth. They were all over. These two teams were combined 0-7, Paxton. I just wanted somebody to win tonight. I was kind of rooting from Spanish River, I'm not going to lie to you. But Lake Worth, I mean, they came out and put it on them. Their defense was good. Spanish River's defense played good. Javian Hops, the tackles there on the Lake Worth running back. Like, again, Lake Worth, they were all over this game. They blow out Spanish River.
All right, to Kings Academy, where the 5-0 Lions welcome in 1-4 North Broward. the Eagles. First quarter. Still scoreless. Here's quarterback Justin Wake. Takes this one on fourth down around the edge, finds some space up the sideline, giving the Lions another set of downs. They would go on to capitalize, scoring a touchdown on that drive. First play of the second half, the Lions, it's Wake again, this time from 78 yards out, and the Lions take a 21-0 lead, but this game would be all about the Lions' D. That defense, they swarmed freshman quarterback Brady Kelly all night. Here's an example of it here. The Lions win big. They improved to 6-0 on the season, undefeated, Pugh.
Yeah, the Lions look good, man. They might have to go up a little bit higher in our rankings here. How about West Boca and Forest Hill? Everyone fired up for this game. We'll pick it up in the third quarter. Forest Hill already up big, 35-14, Paxton, when Tyrell Coleman intercepts the ball, returns it 40 yards for the touchdown. Forest Hill is up 41-14. He had 2 pick sixes in this ball game, Coleman.
3 touchdowns, right?
Yeah, 3 total. Also had a kickoff return. Jalen Jeter was past Arion Sanders. Good for a 3-yard touchdown there. It's 49-14 Forest Hill. West Boca, though, they didn't show any signs of quitting here. They're going to get after the Forest Hill quarterback for the sack there. But again, it was all Trojans. They were just too much for West Boca in this game. Your final score, 49-14.
All right, prize junior quarterback Michael Pratt and the Boca Raton Bobcats making the trip to Santaluceus. This on Thursday night action. First drive for the Bobcats. Pratt going to keep it himself, find some room up the sideline. Watch him lower the shoulder here, Pugh. Get out of the tracks when the train is coming through. Trucks the defender on his way to the end zone. Only problem is it didn't count. There was a flag on the play. They'd settle for the field goal. This did count, though. Pratt to Rashad Faustine in the end zone for the score. And just like that, it's 10-0 Bobcats. The Chiefs wouldn't go down easily, though. Val Carnegie plunges into the end zone for pay dirt. Santaluceus cuts the Bobcat lead to 3 late in the second quarter. But the Chiefs blank the Bobcats in the second half. They go on to win this one 22-17.
Also from Thursday night to Boynton Beach we go, where Derek Crudup's group and his Tigers hosting Rick Casco's bunch. And if you like offense, this was the game to be. Almost 100 points scored in this one. Third quarter, Kyle McSteele launches this ball deep to Brandon Shabert. He's having an outstanding season, one of the better underclassmen in this area. Connects in the end zone there. It's 47-21 Hawks. After the Tigers would answer, this is Winston Alexis pitched the ball to his receiver, and the Tigers are in for the score. They make it 47-28. Seminole Ridge, this one went back and forth. How about the Hawks fullback, Ethan Foreman, punches that ball in for the touchdown. They extend the lead 54-28 in that one. Ridge goes on to win by a final score of 63-35.
All right, let's take a look at your most recent ESPN 106.3 Top 10 poll. Are we just giving Kings Academy all the love?
No, we're trying to surprise the people. We're going to bring them out.
We're doing a slow reveal.
At least I hope so.
I got it. Kings Academy comes in this week at 10. They won big tonight. And after a week after making their debut on the poll, Seminole Ridge, they take down Boynton Beach Thursday night in a shootout, as you just saw. American Heritage, they come in at number 8. With Benjamin moving up a spot in the rankings this week to number 7. Pahokee, they come in at number 6. Nothing to hang their head about tonight.
I like the slow reveal a little bit better than just giving it all away at one time.
I do too, but you guys got to let me know this stuff first.
Oh, we're trying.
Threw me for a loop.
We're trying to surprise the viewers and you a little bit.
Yeah, number 5, Centennial. And then number 4, we have Palm Beach Central.
Yeah.
They're climbing their way back up. Big win over Palm Bay tonight. Dwyer comes in at number 3. Atlantic takes a 21-7 win over Park Vista tonight. They were impressive. And the number 1 ranked team in the area doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon. Vero Beach, of course, they took down Pahokee at Pahokee. Actually, you know, Pahokee had them on the ropes tonight, but
if Pahokee had some offense, man, they probably win that game, right?
They did, but in the end, they extend that winning streak, 48 straight games. And, you know, I know Atlantic has their beef with Vero Beach being number 1, and they do have an argument. And, you know, they beat the Blue Devils earlier in the season. So had Pahokee knocked off Vero, that would give a little
It's a longer drive, though, from Vero. That's a long bus trip from Vero to Pahokee.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I know. Listen, I like Atlantic, too. I thought they should be the number 1 team in the poll a couple of weeks ago. But Vero, I mean, listen, you go out to Pahokee, you know the Blue Devils, they wanted to end that streak as bad as anybody. 47 games in a row, extended to 48, like we said. You know they're going to play hard, especially at their home. For Vero to come out with that win, given the mistakes that they made, I mean, that's a pretty impressive victory for Vero Beach.
Yeah, they're rolling. But like we said, Pahokee had them on the ropes, gave them all they wanted tonight.
Yes.
And Vero just barely made it out of there, keeping that winning streak intact.
Absolutely. All right, that's going to do it for us here tonight on Football Night in South Florida Overtime. Of course, tomorrow night, or excuse me, over the weekend, be sure to check out all the college football and NFL. Kaiser plays their first home game tomorrow on campus in West Palm Beach, a noon kickoff against Georgetown College. Make sure you go out and support the Kaiser Seahawks. Doug Sosha doing a great job as head coach of that program. Also, Dolphins and Raiders this weekend in Miami. We'll see if the Fins can stay undefeated on the year. For Emily Fennell, he is Paxton Boyd. I'm Jason Pugh. Thanks so much for watching Football Night in South Florida Overtime.